All right, let's bring up our old friend, Mr. Sausage. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, unfortunately. Fucking racist.
Racist.
That shit needs to stop.
Oh man, that word is thrown around so much it has lost all meaning.
Tell me more what annoys you. Fucking racism.
Racism does annoy me.
Racism. Thank you for having me up.
How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you again.
Yeah, well, I waited for like 6 hours the other day and you didn't let me up. And then the other time before that, I was waiting in queue for about 12 hours and you didn't let me up. And then the other day, you said, I ain't letting no one else up. And then you let some tip from the army up talking about the army for half hour. And I was sitting here again in the background. I was like, oh, Jim, howdy. My name's Jim and I'm an asshole. See, that's my American accent, you racist.
You are logging on far too early to this show if those are your wait times.
I have no friends. I have nothing.
That's not true, man. I was in your stream last night. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had about 4 people in there highly enjoying themselves. Yes, thank you.
I actually was enjoying it. Normally I don't like to just watch somebody play a game, but to hear your commentary over it, I was enjoying it, dude.
I had to keep it quite silent as well. I'm usually a little more vocal, but my partner was in bed asleep, so I had to be quiet. But people were going to me yesterday after, Cole, you got shot a few times, and I'm saying to them, you try walking around a battlefield with a single shot blooming bolt action rifle and see how hard it is. Oh. But then again, it was fun. Another thing that annoys me, racists who accuse me of being crap at gaming.
Racists that accuse you of being crap at gaming. What about normal people, non-racists that accuse you of being bad at gaming?
I'll be honest with you, I'm just crap at gaming anyway, mate. I can't really admit I'm any good. I just do it for the fun,
Sure.
It's like, I came up here today solely because I know that Ganna talks so much shit. I wanted to save your ass from eternal boredom.
Oh, please.
She's nearly as surreal as I, that woman, isn't she? She's freaking weird.
Ganna's great.
Did you see she's copied me, though, on a few things with the micro instrument? I said to her the other day, do not get a small instrument. That is my thing. She went straight out. She went, Ganna, bought a flipping guitar, starts playing it. She sent me a video of herself yesterday strumming that ukulele to chickens that were dancing, and I was exceptionally jealous.
This sounds like a personal grievance, not a pet peeve.
Oh, I will say publicly it is a personal grievance. Pain in the backside, that woman. You've said things that annoy me. I'm going to tell you everything, Jim.
Oh, you don't hold back. I know that.
Another one that annoys me, Jim, is cheddar with no tang. What's the point of having just a dead flat cheddar? You might as well have a fucking glass of milk. Mature cheddar. Cave matured.
I would agree.
When you go shopping and you've got your trolleys, don't just stop so people walk into the behind you. Keep moving. Move to the side, you lazy, fat, ignorant.
Get it all out, man. Get it all out.
I'm going to pop.
This is where the healing starts.
And it's not onions that make me cry. It's those people in the middle of aisles that just stop.
Oh, man.
They actually annoy me, sir. I've actually, jokes aside, they make me wish to scream. And then you stand in there with your trolley behind you and you're like, mate, what are you doing? Well, you don't say mate in America, do you? No. Howdy, partner.
We don't say that either.
Yonder?
We don't say that either. Well, I imagine they do in some parts of the country, but not in my part of the country.
Excuse us, ma'am.
Yeah. Excuse me. There are people trying to get by.
How would you? Is that what you'd say?
No, normally I say normally I would say, excuse me. You're not the only one in the store.
Yes. And then add twat on the end of it.
Yeah.
Because it adds that extra. So, excuse me. You're not the only one in the store. Don't say anything. And as you just walk past them, don't even look at them and just go twat. And just be amazed at the reaction. It is yes.
Well, you know what slang or what twat is here, right? You guys use it all the time. And cunt the same way, right? But it's literally slang for vagina.
Did you just say the C word?
Sure, I did. My show.
One thing that annoys me: video calling show using such profanities before my ears.
Oh,
I never knew. I never thought I'd ever hear you say that word.
really?
It didn't sound right. Didn't sound right. You saying it?
Well, it was kind of odd, and it's the first time I've ever said it on the show. But it was for illustrative purposes, so it's okay. I wasn't calling anyone. So.
If you called me, it wouldn't bother me because that's another thing in England, as you said. We call everyone that.
You do.
Yeah. Like, it honestly would. In fact, I called a traffic warden it yesterday. Just walking past him, I just thought, I'm going to call you. So he got it.
Huh.
I don't know if you like it over there, but we don't like traffic wardens in the UK.
Oh, I hope Donna's kid's not in the room for that one.
What? It doesn't matter. Should be watching the show. That's how you got to see it, Jim. Your show, you do what you want. Your rules,
right.
mate.
That's right.
America.
But let me ask you though. Go back to that question. Does it mean the same thing in your country as it does over here? Twat, that is. Twat? I know, kind of does, but twat.
We don't say it again.
Twat.
What the hell's that?
It's what you were just talking about.
Twat.
Oh, twat. All right, spelled the same, pronounced differently. What does that refer to?
Well, a twat. Yeah, I suppose it is a much. What would you call it? Because I know that Americans don't like the word, so I do try to not say that one around you guys. It is essentially a woman's front bottom, but
a woman's front bottom? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to word it that different, but yeah, it's not. It is, but it isn't. It's the area as well. So when you are calling someone a twat, you are calling them the woman's. But at the same time, it's kind of like bloody hell.
Okay.
We've had this discussion before. Bloody's like a lesser version of effing.
Yes.
Twat's kind of a lesser version of cunt, but a lot lesser. A lot lesser. Like you can call somebody that in a shop and not risk getting smacked, for example.
Oh, okay. Now, do women take it differently than men?
I would never ever call a woman in front of her husband.
Okay. See, I'm just trying to learn.
However, when they're alone in the park and I can shout it from a distance and I'm safe, it's fair game. I'm like, twat! And then I run off laughing. I'm safe.
That was a great visual. Thank you for that.
I do it from cars as I'm driving by. I'm like, they can't catch me, twats.
Oh, drive by twat.
Until you come up to traffic lights. That's an awkward one. You're just sitting there staring forward and they're walking past you, But yeah, because in Britain, firearms aren't allowed. So we can't do drive-by shootings. We have drive-by twattings. It's just, we open the window. Oi, governor, you're a fucking twat, innit? Yet we still have window rollers over here, guys. Spend half an hour rolling out and then off you drive into the sunset. Well, off you drive into a 2-minute traffic jam in London smog until you die.
Nice. Man, are you painting a picture?
Thank you.
So roll up windows.
I can't paint for shit.
Roll up windows. Wow.
You
don't see those over here anymore.
I am on my 3rd car without roll up windows. I'm starting to feel posh. This one's got freaking aircon, mate. Aircon. Me. Aircon. I feel like Queen Elizabeth.
Electric windows and air conditioning.
It doesn't work properly, but it's still aircon. It's got freaking power steering. This thing has disc brakes, not drums all over. I'm like, holy shoes, this thing's got there isn't even a hole in the exhaust on this one. All the shocks, all 4 corner shocks work, not just 3 of them like my last one where it just leaned when you went round a circle. I'm feeling like a king when I drive that.
People come up and ask you for money, don't they?
No, I wish they did. I have to ask people for money usually. That's the other way around. Please, sir, can I have some more?
Arms for the poor.
Don't you fucking start. We'll fall out.
Oh, not a great gamer because you need AC on those days when it gets to a top of 24.
Racist. I don't care. 24 talking to a racist.
Jesse wants to know what year your car is.
What year is my car, Jesse?
What year was it manufactured?
Well, it was somewhere between 1990 and 2018.
Is it not on the title?
Awkward silence.
Yes, there was an awkward silence.
Keep it going as long as I can. This was the plan. I just thought I'm going to lean back and just say nothing and just let the wind blow.
Oh, well. Okay.
My car, by the way, I'm just going to say to Jesse, it was Jesse, wasn't it? Jesse Mendes. My vehicle is 2005. It's quite an old one. 2005, I think. It's quite an old one. I can't afford new stuff. You Americans have everything much cheaper. Everything. Petrol, cars, electronics, everything.
That is true. That is true.
So much cheaper.
Sorry about your luck, man. If I had it my way, it wouldn't be that way.
Oh, I think you guys should start doing a fundraiser for me to ship me out there in some box or something. FedEx.
Yeah, I'll start a Kickstarter when we get off here.
My dream is Route 66. To this day. But there better not be no fat obese shoppers on Route 66 stopping their trolleys in the middle, because they will just get ploughed over.
Trolleys. Sorry, I always find that hilarious. They're shopping carts.
Sorry. Is that's what you call them? Shopping carts.
Shopping carts. Yeah, I know it's dead lame, but it does work.
Do you have to insert dollar into shopping cart to move shopping cart?
Oh, you mean to actually get one out of the bracket? Not in all places. That is on occasion, but nearly every grocery store or department store you walk into, you do not have to do that.
Because in the UK until recently, you used to have to put £1 in the old shopping cart.
Who's getting the money for that?
We used to get it back, didn't you? At the end, when you used to plug it back in, it used to give you your £1 back.
So yeah, okay. So it was like a deposit.
Yeah, but I don't know why he used to do it with the trolleys, because you've got shopping cart, right? I'm going to have to drown that one into my head. Shopping carts, if you actually think about it, if you just went there to your local Walmart, stole shopping cart after shopping cart after shopping cart, they're quite hefty in weight. I reckon you'd actually get a fair amount of scrap in them. More than $1's worth.
Oh, yeah.
If you broke them down.
For sure. And that happens all the time, man. They wander off the lot all the time.
That's my future plan. I'm going to do like a great British shopping cart heist.
I just figured out, Creator Spotlight Show says it's 25 cents at Aldi's. I just figured out why you're actually charged £1 and then you get it back. That is, if you leave it out in the lot, that pays for somebody to go out there and go get them all. So that's £1 for each one of the carts each time they're left out away from the lockup.
But they have staff to do that anyway.
Oh, I know, but that helps pay for that staff when they could be doing other things like stocking or bagging or something like that. Yeah, I never thought about that. One of my first jobs. My go ahead.
Arrogant insider joke, then you didn't even find funny.
Did I miss it?
Well, yeah, you said that, and I just slipped in and get a better job.
That's true.
I'll be honest. No. Right. One thing I've learned in my recent day and age, especially as of recent, all these people aspiring to be rocket scientists, it's a fucking job at the end of the day. Be proud of yourself. You're doing something. You're contributing towards society. That's how I see it now. 10 years ago, I would have laughed at them like an arrogant. These days, you just got to respect, man, your workers. It ain't easy actually being a trolley pusher. Nope. You see the ones in the supermarkets do it around here, and they've got to push like 50 trolleys in a row, and they've got to do that time and time again. It ain't easy to control. They got to, I don't know if you see them kind of become like wizards because they have to bend it around the car park so they don't hit cars and everything. It's kind of fascinating.
Yeah. One of my first jobs was at a grocery store, and I had to go out and get carts every once in a while. I know of what you speak, my friend, but that is the high school type of position, I would think.
It's still a job. If it pays good money Imagine if you could take every dollar from every cart, then you'd be rich.
Well, I don't know about rich, but
If you got it on top of your normal wage,
yeah,
$100 a day for pushing carts would be quite good.
yeah, be very good, very good. Provided people didn't want their pound back.
Or dollar in America.
Or dollar, yes, or 25 cents, which is $quarter and not much to. I wouldn't push cart, a single cart for 25 cents.
So you have Aldi now in America, the pride of Germany.
Is it pride of Germany? I didn't know that it was.
Aldi is the pride of Germany.
Yeah, we've had Aldi's in States for a long time.
Dirt cheap, quality stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this actually, because I know you're going to have to bugger off because it's the time.
It is.
Germans are actual pioneers. If you've ever been to their country, they are so much more technologically advanced than us. It's actually weird. It's like going to a more modern planet. I don't know whether us English are living in tradition or living in the past, but when I went there, I could not get over how advanced their stuff is.
Interesting.
Everything. They even have more futuristic toilets.
That I've known, but I tell you what, their hotel beds suck.
Actually, I'm gonna have to say I've never stayed in a German hotel.
I have. I've actually been there. I've been to the UK or to Britain, as a matter of fact.
Where did you come?
London. It was about 2003. We spent about 3 days over there.
She would have went there when it was actually still kind of nice.
Yeah, the one thing that blew me away in Europe was the amount of graffiti everywhere.
And incest.
Woo! Well.
Go England.
Didn't experience any of that, but so I'll take your word for it.
It's our country sport.
Country sport.
It's the pastimes shared down
Cricket,
from the royals.
Cricket, royalty watching, and incest. That's awesome.
Oh, you don't want to watch cricket, mate. Oh my God. That is, I actually went to a cricket match. Oh, this was years ago, and I thought, oh, this is going to be awesome. You're like home run and all of that stuff. No,
Yawn.
it is so boring. This dude throws a ball, and this dude barely bats it, and then you hear loads of clapping, like
all glove clapping.
Yeah, loads of posh twats clapping, and I'm standing there. What the fuck's going on? And this dude's just like skipping back and forth, and I still don't understand the fucking rules of cricket to this day. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that makes two of us.
Baseball's awesome. I was it on that panel I was talking to you about baseball the other day with someone else? And you guys were saying it was boring, but to me, it's like you get every average, what do you call it in America, average Joes. You just see them going out there every shape and size. I think it's awesome. I would love to baseball.
Well, I didn't.
How you say it?
Yeah, baseball. I didn't throw my 2 cents in there, and I was going to, but I was going to tell you that watching baseball on television is slower than in person. It's much more exciting in person. But I also have to agree with whoever said on the panel that it's much more fun to play than it is to watch.
Oh, it looks fun to watch though as well. I don't think I've ever played it. I just like it. For example, sometimes you see crowds randomly standing there, and all of a sudden this kid jumps up with his glove in anticipation, and he just catches his ball.
Oh yeah.
This ball's just nearly killed someone in the crowd.
Yep.
How awesome is that?
It is awesome. I've been to many baseball games in my day. In fact, I at one time I had all of the Cincinnati Reds signatures, and that included Johnny Bench and Pete Rose back in the 70s.
I ain't got a clue who they are.
Oh well, they're Hall of Fame players. Well, I don't know about Pete Rose just yet.
Only famous baseball player I know, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and that was Moonlight, right?
And that's how English I am. I just haven't got a clue. But no,
well, I bet if you picked up or if you looked online for famous baseball players, you would recognize some names. You know Babe Ruth, don't you?
I've heard of Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
I also.
How about Lou Gehrig?
Hang on. New York Yankees.
Mm-hmm. Joe DiMaggio?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Catfish Hunter?
Right. Okay. New.
I'm dead serious.
I'm gonna have to Google these after now, because it would be interesting to know the fastest bowl, for example. That must be in the 100 and something.
Yeah, I don't really know myself. I know somebody was burning like a 98 miles an hour, and that would consider good. But I don't know what the record is. That would be interesting to find out.
And a record bat.
Record bat?
I wonder if anyone's ever actually batted it out of the arena, like over.
Oh, you mean over the stands?
Yeah.
Well, that would depend on the venue, because they're all different. Some have hardly anything on the end of the outfield. Others
huge.
Yeah, others have huge lawn areas and whatnot where it'd be nearly impossible. But
and you have those people walk along with their little trays and they're going, hot dogs, get your hot dogs.
Oh yeah. Oh Bip, go Bip.
We don't get that over here.
Oh, you don't?
No, it's just a person walking past going, incest anyone? It's just no hot dogs, no nothing.
There is nothing like a hot dog at a ballpark, man. It may cost you $7, but it's one of the best hot dogs ever.
$7 for a hot dog.
Yeah, I don't know how much they are. It's been a long time, but
that is expensive.
Yes, but it's
and they legitimately have that organ playing, didn't they? I've always wanted to hear that.
Oh yeah, well, it's recorded now, but yeah, they used to actually have live organists. Or is that right, organists?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
That's actually really annoying. If I thought there would be a legitimate organ player.
No. If you want to see those, some hockey arenas still have organ players.
I'll tell you what, that's another thing I love watching. But I don't often get to watch it over here. But I don't watch the hockey for the hockey.
You watch the fights, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I
love it. And they're beating the crap out of each other. Then they get sent into cool down, and they're just sitting next to each other, and then they're sent back out. That is hockey is solely about the fighting for me. I'm sorry, but it's how two people can stand there exchanging fists on ice is absolutely magical.
It is. Well, what is that old joke? I went to see my favorite hockey team play, and a game broke out.
Yeah, sounds about right. Actually, sounds about right. Believe it or not, in the UK we have hockey as well.
Do you? I didn't even know that.
We have an ice hockey team, near me, 30, 40 miles away, and I've gone and seen them a few times. Things I did learn from watching hockey in real life, them pucks would not want one of them to hit me.
No.
And the weirdest thing I've ever seen is they sliced the puck somehow and it just went straight up and flew and stuck into the ceiling. To this day, it's probably still stuck in the ceiling. Them pucks are like firearms, mate. They're, yeah.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
I've seen the glass. I've seen a puck take out a glass and shatter it. Shattered it completely. One thing that I don't think I could personally play though, because I would be in constant fear. One, like for example, I don't know what you'd call them on an ice hockey rink. The goalkeepers.
That's exactly what you call them.
They've got balls.
Goalies.
To stand there with them pucks being projected at you like that. Not all the time. Sometimes they're just through the legs and gentle trick shots, but sometimes they go at such velocity. No, I'm all right. I'd rather just, not have a brick come towards me at 1,000 miles an hour.
Well, you really want to see some action. Go look at some of the vintage tapes of goalies. Nowadays, they're wearing what's the equivalent of a king-size bed mattress all over them. But the old guys, man, the ones that were missing all their teeth at the end of their career, those are the guys who had big cojones playing.
I'm going to have to find, there is a picture of someone online, and he was ex-goalkeeper for hockey. I'll have to find it. I've seen a photo of him. And he did it before the masks. And his face literally looks like somebody's just made love to it with a frying pan for half an hour and just bashed him constantly. He's just got scars all over his face. Sorry, weird terminology. I don't think you've ever heard then, no?
Well, it's the picture you painted.
Well, yeah, his face is mangled. But
oh yeah,
he's happy enough. It's just, absolute Goldberg. Who's put Goldberg?
Goldberg.
What? Bill
What's the next?
Goldberg?
Yeah.
Goldberg is in the WWE Goldberg.
Yeah.
Wrestler Goldberg.
Yeah, yeah.
You actually kind of look like Goldberg as well.
I do?
Yeah. That's a compliment. He's one of my favourite wrestlers of all time.
Oh, I'll take it as a compliment.
It's better than you taking the piss out of my accent, you racist.
You're welcome.
That's all right. Like, I never knew that. Drones, Drone, are you on about Goldberg?
Yeah.
Like wrestler Goldberg?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so cool. I never knew that. I got to witness him at WCW Nitro 2001 when they were at London Arena, and I watched him do the jackhammer, and it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Wow.
I absolutely loved wrestling as a kid.
I never was a fan. Well, I shouldn't say that because I used to wrestle.
You used to wrestle?
Well, yeah, but it was more the Roman Greco style, not the professional wrestling.
Like, I've seen what you guys do in your leotards.
Yeah, they were tards.
I don't say that mockingly, but like you do it at college and all of that, didn't you? All of that really tight grappling stuff. That's kind of wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. That actually looks kind of nasty.
It can get nasty. I mean, there are some techniques that you do not want to have inflicted upon you.
A lot of from what I've seen, it looks like there's a lot of groundwork. You have a lot of low sweeps and stuff, and I do like, from what I've seen of it, the sportsmanship after. I have seen handshakes and all of that, and I think once you've just beaten the shit out of each other, to shake somebody's hand and walk the other way is very respectful.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Albeit crazy.
Well, not only that, but you also you thank the coach, the opposing coach.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's
go
very gentlemanly.
Distance.
I would think.
No,
that,
just from a distance, you just go twat and run. Remember.
Yeah, but you're going to see him later on in the season.
No, you won't. Because you do it again from behind the door, didn't you? Just find that little opening, just twat, run. Anyway, you need to bug off. It's 1:15. I don't want to hold you up.
All right, cool, man. You're right. I do. Actually, I have a meeting in the morning. So, dude, sorry about your accent, but thanks for coming on.
Oh, don't apologise to me about my accent. I should apologise to every other fucker listening to it. Here, Governor, would you like some tea? Would you like your chimney swept, Governor? Oh, dear.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, dude. Again, thanks for coming on. And
thanks for putting up with me.
Always a pleasure, man. You know that. I enjoy your. I actually enjoy your company. You know that.
I find you somewhat of a burden.
You're not the first. Step in line.
Step in line, boy. Right. God bless you. Thank you so much for having me up.
You bet, bud. You take care now.
And if I could just leave it on a high note, eat your vegetables, and Jesus loves you.
Thank you for that, bud.